When we think about Egypt, typically images of pyramids, the Sphinx, Nile River, and even the hieroglyphics come to mind. Ancient temples, buildings, and tombs were covered with hieroglyphs, and as a result, historians, anthropologists, and archaeologists owe most of our knowledge to the work of the scribes who recorded the events of this civilization. Scribes were employed in Egyptian society to record nearly everything. The information that they documented included items held in shops, court proceedings, legal contracts, prayers, genealogical records, medical procedures, historical events, accounting, and even magical spells. They served a vital role to ensuring that Egyptian society functioned and survived. There was little that occurred in Egypt that the scribes were not involved with. Scribes were by far one of the most respected occupations in Egypt. Their title, sesh, translated out to mean to draw or create. It wasn't as simple as writer. As a result of scribes dating back to the Sumerians in Mesopotamia, Egypt witnessed scribes as part of their culture throughout the earliest formation of their society. Scribes were seen as protectors of their culture and were central to ensuring that their government and society functioned properly. Because of the complexity involved with hieroglyphic language, scribes who were able to master the technique were held in high regard in society. They copied and edited text for future generations as well as created original text. Scribes were so highly valued that they were considered members of the royal court and as a result did not pay taxes. In order to become a scribe, it is quite a labor-intensive process. Egyptian hieroglyphics are complex. There are over 700 unique signs and characters in which would be combined to give even more meaning. The training process could take up to 10 years in order to complete, with students entering the temple schools around 5 years of age. Despite entering at such an early age, their formal training would not begin until about 4 to 5 years after entering. They would study hieroglyphics, math, and the specific type of writing for certain professions. More specifically, things like tax collectors, architecture, things of that nature. Unlike in ancient Sumeria, where scribes used reeds and tablets in order to record information, Egyptian scribes made use of reed pens, brushes, and papyrus rolls to write on. Scribes were in high demand throughout all levels of Egyptian hierarchy. For those who were literate, they would need the services of a trained scribe in order to read and write documents for them. Scribes came primarily from within the middle and upper class, but it was not exclusive to them. There is evidence that scribes from lower classes and even girls were eventually admitted to schools as demand rose for these skills.